Namaste, Mera Nam Stuart Hai, Absemiluka Kushi Hui. In today's video, as well as practice my terrible Hindi, I'm also going to show you what I'm taking on a motorcycle trip I'm about to go on. I'll do the trip itself in a separate video very soon because I'm leaving this afternoon, but I thought it might be nice to show the sorts of things I would take on a camping trip and where I'd keep it on the bike. One of the main places I'm going to be putting soft things like clothing, etc. is in these Royal Enfield soft saddlebags. I put the racks for them on in a previous video, but I hadn't had the bags modified yet to fit the Himalayan. I've had that done now, so I'll show you what that looks like. This used to be just canvas going all the way across, so I had it sewn with these plastic loops and the edge reinforced with leather like this, and then these Velcro straps were made all by the same guy. The backs of the panniers come up to pretty much the height of the seat, so I can't really go under the seat without tucking again, so it goes pretty well across. I'm going to have my swag on top here, so it's not really a problem for a pillion passenger or anything like that. But I think they came out pretty well. I also get questions about the visibility of the indicators with these bags on, and so far I think it's pretty good. I have these reinforcement flanges here on the back rack to help take the weight of the top box, where I could move the indicators to, but at this stage I'm really not seeing the need. They're quite clear. The other two places I have for putting stuff is this chibi top box here and my tank bag here. The tank bag's made by Motor Dry, and I think it's their 22 litre model. I'll start off by going through what I'm going to keep in the top box. On top of the top box I've got this Desert Fox bag that holds 5 litres of fuel, and inside I've got another 2 litres in a little jerry can. So all up I've got 7 litres of fuel above what's in the tank. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I've got one of these sort of tyre wells that you spray into the tube if you get a flat. I've had mixed success, but I've got it, so I thought I may as well take it with me. I've also got a general lubricant spray and a little chain brush that I can use if you go through dirt. This isn't so important for a short trip, I'm only going for a couple of nights, but if I was going for a long time and I had to do bike maintenance on the go, I'd definitely be using those during the trip to keep the chain clean. I got some of this, which I found really good, which is for cleaning your visors and a little cloth to go with it. It's also really good for the windscreen on the bike. Other than that, I've got a bit of a tool bag that I'm taking as well, so I'll take this to the bench and I'll show you what's in the tool bag. This particular bag is designed to go onto the front wheel guard or something like that, but it's got a fair bit of weight to it, so I don't really trust it there. This here is a little Ballard's kit for repairing inner tubes, so it's got things like little inflators, the nozzle for inflating, some patches to go on the tube, all that kind of stuff. Some spare fuses. I've also got the owner's manual for the bike in here. Ah yes, the most important tool you can carry, roadside assistance. I've got a few little brushes and things for cleaning jets if they got blocked on the way. Also got a few different sockets and a ratchet. This section just has a little spoke tool, a couple of spanners that are the right size for the axles, and they've also got a tyre lever on the other end, so if you get a flat. Screwdriver, Phillips head reversible screwdriver, so that's kind of handy. And then here, I think these ones might have actually came with the bike. Same goes with the spark plug tool. So, pretty simple set of things, just the kind of thing I might need. I've also got some cable ties. In here I've got a few bead buddies as well for helping if you do have to repair a puncture. That's about all I'm going to take. It's not a massively comprehensive toolkit, but just a few things I might need to get myself out of trouble. Bit of electrical tape as well. On the camping side of things, I've got this little Trangie stove, which has a couple of bowls, a plate, all that kind of stuff in it, and some methylated spirits to fuel the stove. I think the last thing I'll throw in here for now is just some mosquito spray. In this right-hand side pannier, I'm going to put a first aid kit. I think it's worth taking if you're going on some sort of trip, particularly if you're going off the beaten path, and then just a toiletries bag, you know, toothbrush, that kind of stuff. Food-wise, I've got a few of these dehydrated food packs, so they're really light. Just add water, put them in the stove, so I'll be having that for dinner tonight. Also got a few miso soups, nuts, just that kind of stuff. I'll probably buy food as I go, but it's just nice to have some snacks with you. These Royal Enfield saddlebags also have quite a lot of different compartments in them, which is quite nice, just for keeping everything sorted. Down here on the left-hand side, built into it, is also a pull-out rain cover that you can put over the whole thing. In the left-hand saddlebag, I'm just going to put some warm clothes, just in case. It's a pretty hot day today, but you never know how cold it's going to get at night. I'm going to put a water bottle on this side too. I'm pretty confident it's not going to leak, because you really don't want water leaking through your warm clothes should it get cold. Obviously a bit of a disaster, but I think it'll be okay. As well as the top flap, the buckles, they've also got a little cover here that zips over the top, so they're pretty well protected things inside here. The next thing I'm going to put on is my swag. A swag is essentially just a small one-person tent with the mattress, your blanket and everything sort of rolled up inside. Once again, I'll show you that in the video for the trip itself. I think it'll fit here. I'll strap it back. Doesn't leave me a lot of space, but at least I'll be cozy. I'm just going to use one of these cam straps to tie it down. It's actually kind of comfy with it there. Gives me a bit of a backrest. If I find after a while it gets a bit annoying having it sort of against your back, I can actually take a few things from inside this swag out, like a blanket, etc., and put them inside the saddlebags, which will make this roll up a bit smaller. In the tank bag here, on the sides, I put little things like a torch, a lighter, some sunglasses. In the top here, I'm keeping my camera equipment, and under here, I've got some more clothes. And really, that's about it. On the fronts of these panniers, there's some holes for more drink bottles, so I'll be putting a couple of freshwater bottles in here as well, but I'll buy those when I get to the first service station. Obviously other things are motorcycle jacket, helmet, gloves, the usual stuff you take riding, but other than that, that's pretty much everything I'm going to take on this trip. I'm basically going to leave in the next 5 minutes and head off on this trip, so over that next video on the ride, if there's something I wish I'd taken or, end up taking and not using, I'll let you know in that video. Alright, well take care, I'll catch you soon. See ya.